In Namibia, in the Peace Corps, one of our main committees is the GAD committee, which is Gender and Development. And in Namibia, it's called GAIN, which stands for Gender Advancement in Namibia. Our primary goal is to promote gender development and equity throughout Namibia and to help sort of combat the indirect consequences of gender discrimination here, that promote HIV, AIDS prevalence. Well, the primary project of the GAD committee every year is Camp GLOW. Camp GLOW stands for Girls and Guys Leading Our World, and it's a week-long leadership camp, usually held in Windhoek the first week of the April school holiday. Camp GLOW is for 80 learners, 40 girls and 40 boys, ages 13 to 16, that are selected on their leadership potential. They're identified by PCVs as being highly motivated and just a lot of potential for success and promoting the development of Namibia and really contributing to their society. They also participate in a competitive essay competition where they're selected based on their responses and the PCV's recommendations. The main goal of Camp GLOW is to assist and empower youth in overcoming the day-to-day obstacles they face that are threatening their abilities to excel as individuals and as viable contributors to their society and their local communities. One of the goals of Peace Corps as a whole and the GAD committee and Camp GLOW is to integrate as much as possible host country nationals into any type of development work we are doing. We should be in the background and assisting, so we try to train and equip 16 Namibian facilitators for Camp GLOW each year. They are paired, one male and one female per team, and they are responsible for the team for the entire week. PCVs plan and facilitate each day, but the individual activities that are introduced are managed and run within the group by the Namibian facilitators. Day one is character development. So that first day we focus on the individual and building their self-esteem and helping them become better aware of who they are and what they want out of life and what they expect and of themselves, I guess.
Since we have learners from all different parts of Namibia, it's really important that they learn to express themselves, especially when we pair them up with team members.
Beautiful, helpful, hardware, leader, lawyer, caring.
Talented twisters. You see two people, a male and a female, which means gender equality.
We came here to grow our skill in reading and our knowledge. So that means we came here to do everything in order for us to grow ourselves.
Day two is Future Day. So on day two, we are mostly on field trips the whole day. We take the kids to UNAM, to the university, and we also allow them a trip to Parliament. So the kids get a lot of exposure that they otherwise never would have been afforded, and they get to talk with university students, openly ask questions, and sort of explore their career opportunities that they're not even aware of as of right now. So many of them have never had this kind of exposure to the world outside of their village, to these opportunities, and they spend a lot of introspective time on that day as well, exploring their goals and their vision for their future and what their desires, their skills are, and how can they use their talents and direct them towards a career.
butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in our books, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere. Friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
Throughout the week, the learners are divided into 8 teams of 10. The first few days kind of focus on the individual, and day 3 is team building. So that day focuses on each individual team, teaching the learners how to work together and how to learn to cooperate, to trust, to be honest, and learn to accomplish something with the help of others, that there are people there to help them along the way. It's a very important day because it forces these kids to overcome cultural and gender barriers that they face every day. So they're on teams with 5 girls and 5 boys, so there's gender balance. There's also an effort to make sure it's tribally balanced. So this day really forces a lot of learners that maybe they've never left their tribe in Avambo land. They've never interacted with a Damara. So you've got Avambos and Damaras and Herreros, everyone working together, and they've never been exposed to that. So team building really allows them the opportunity to learn how to work with people that are different than them and accept those differences and realize that they're all the same.
We're lighting the candle to have fair play and equality, and to uphold the name of our team and the pride that we have inside ourselves.
not only been privileged, you've been given a chance to do something which you love so much, to do something which you want so much and you crave for it. It's exactly how we feel. You know, you feel privileged. Believe me, through VM6, through the singing itself, we've been able to open doors whereby you believe you couldn't have opened it if I was on my own. It's about putting in your hard work, doing it from your heart. Because most people come in with wrong motives. Some people just want money out of it, which means at the end of the day you'll do what? You'll be disappointed. So what is there? Do it from your heart. This song says, I will get there. Why? Because in life, I believe all of you guys have dreams. Let me see those 4 dreams. Those who want to be doctors, you want to be nurses, you want to be the president, you want to be somebody else in life. You've got a dream, right? It's exactly what this song is saying. You know, the song says, though life throws you A, B, and C, what you have to do, you don't give up there, no. I will get there, I will get there, I will get there somehow. Cross the river, nothing's stopping me now. I will get through the night and make it through to the other side.
Day 4 is HIV/AIDS Day, and so this day focuses primarily on HIV/AIDS, and it does focus on the differences, gender differences, and we have a lot of activities where they're isolated by gender, but somewhere they're integrated together. And so it allows the kids to explore, you know, their own feelings, their bodies, their questions about sex, relationships, and how those affect their decisions on a day-to-day basis, and how could those potentially affect the rest of their life, and what consequences come from the decisions they make regarding those things.
Read this one. I will probably not be raped. Gentlemen, women lead a different life. They cannot feel the same way we do when they walk alone at night, because they don't care about getting robbed. Something much more painful can happen to them. Every day of
Were they different? Different like yours, this one, and that one? Were they bodies different, or all of us made the same bodies?
No, they were
different bodies, like the way we are. So we are all different. So
You've probably heard that there are times in your cycle where it's safe. That means that if you have sex then, that you will not get pregnant. So unless we know all those pieces of information about your specific body, we won't know which is the safe period. And really, it's very difficult to know that information, right? Because it's happening inside of you. The plastic that it's made out of, it might be weak. And so then you stretch it and it tears. So that could be one reason. So when you put on the condom, if you don't pinch it, there will still be air in that part that's sticking up. There will be too much pressure inside of the condom and then it can break. You see, this is the tip that I was talking about before. Alright, so this is the part you want to pinch. How do you use your finger? This started in 2010. And how do we open it? On the side. On the side. Do we go use our teeth? No. This is a demi-done. It's this ring down here that you must squeeze into a figure 8 and twist like that.
or injections which prevent you from getting pregnant so well. The contraceptives. Yeah, the contraceptives as well.
They put hormones in your body that trick it into thinking you're pregnant. So if you are pregnant, then you are not going to release eggs because there's no need for them, right?
Very much. We are going to talk about what is that center offer.
Why is it necessary for you to know your status?
So the importance of knowing your status. So number one, the sooner the better. And number two is to get access to milk.
My name is Jack Cedar. As I'm standing here, is HIV positive. I write and I play instruments and I'm a composer.
Day 5 is Leadership Day. So on day 5, we are working with the kids to help identify within themselves their own personal leadership skills. Everyone is equipped with their own, and so it's very important to help these kids identify that each of them have their own strengths and their own weaknesses, and to come to terms with that and figure out how can they apply their skills and their talents to be a leader in their community.
So, what have you learned so far about leadership? What can you teach me today?
A leader has a good communication skills.
A good leader should have good communication skills, so that when there are problems within the people, he should be able to identify those problems and communicate properly to the people. Communicate in a way that the people must understand him, not misunderstand him. Because with misunderstanding, that's where confusion comes. You guys agree with me when I say that a good leader should also be a good role model? Do you guys agree with me? Yes. A good leader is the one who puts his people before himself. A good leader is the one who can say enough is enough. A good leader should learn to listen to his people.
My life, no que como xixi, my life, gastando forever, it's my life, no que como xixi, my life, gastando forever, it's my life, no que como xixi, my life, gastando forever, it's my life, no que como xixi.
Kate and I added day 6, which is called Discovery Day, and this day we added because we felt like in previous years there wasn't enough time to allow for closure with the kids to sort of pull together all of these ideas and concepts that they learned throughout the week and just process that and have a time to reflect. So in Discovery Day, we also have some activities that require the learners to find strength solely within themselves to complete certain tasks. So throughout the week, as I said, everything is done on a team. You are working with your team through all of these activities. So a lot of the activities on Discovery Day force the learners to rely on their own personal strengths that they have identified throughout the week. Well, the hope is that through Camp Glow, we've reached 80 learners, but these 80 learners are going to disperse out across the country and go back to their home communities and their home schools, and that they're going to be able to pass on the skills and the knowledge that they've gained through camp to their peers, to their families, to their communities, and be motivated to get involved in their communities and to implement ideas and projects that they have come up with at GLOW to better their community and their schools. So we hope that, though it's only 80 learners, that these 80 communities will also be affected through these kids.
I'm Jeremy Somsep and I'm from Otavi Korab Junior Secondary School. I turned 13 last March and I'm in grade 8. HIV/AIDS is a real threat to the Namibian people. They think of HIV/AIDS as a myth. They think it doesn't exist. So I have to bring back the reality, wake them up to reality, and tell them this exists. It's something that is a major problem in Namibia and in Otavi, specifically in Otavi. I'm going to take what I've learned here in my personal experiences to our town. Like, we're going to make a community-based project for the school and the community, and we're going to cover specific topics that we did here and topics that we ate for ourselves, like sexual harassment, abuse, and violence. I would like to say thank you to the PCVs and the facilitators for giving us their time to teach us stuff that we didn't know. Some of the stuff, like I didn't know how to put on a condom, so I learned it. They learned from us and we learned from them. It was vice versa. Thank you.
It goes without saying that every volunteer enjoys and loves experiencing Camp GLOW with the kids. At the end of the week, reading their journals and see what they've learned and how they've grown as an individual. It's really inspiring and motivating to me to continue my work here. But aside from that, this year implementing a new component to our capacity building and sustainability by focusing on the facilitators was my favorite part of the camp. These facilitators are also selected based on an essay competition, and they go through a training whereby we observe them and select the ones with the strongest leadership potential and that are already involved and integrated in their communities and can serve as role models for the youth. I really enjoyed watching the facilitators, how they became more motivated and excited to go back to their communities and continue the work they're doing, or rather start new initiatives and programs that they've sort of envisioned for the longest time, and they've never had the resources or the advice or the guidance available to them just to give them that final push in the right direction.
I'm Ben Motlatla, coming from the Omaheke region, Hobabas. My role was to act as a facilitator. I'm the coordinator of the Early Intervention Program Trust. I'm working with street children, and the skills I've gained here, I will share it with the boys. I will give the boys the same training, especially the leadership, so that the boys can get that leadership skills. Most of the boys never attend formal education. They grow up in the street and they never have that opportunity. They were even HIV and AIDS positive person who was expressing herself, and the lady was quite confident. It was an impressive experience for me, and the information I get here, I will take it out to my community, especially for these vulnerable boys I'm working with, because according to our assessments, most of them are not aware of HIV and AIDS. I would like to say thanks to the Peace Corps volunteers for sharing their skills with us. Through what we learn from them, we can share with the community out there. We can even further develop our projects in our communities. And it was a great experience. It will be a lifetime experience for me and for the children themselves, because we learn a lot throughout this week.
Camp GLOW each year costs about $10,000 to $15,000 US to make possible. Each year we apply for a grant through UNICEF, and that pays for a majority of the camp. This year we also integrated a new project selling bracelets to raise money, traditional hand-carved bracelets from Kavango that we would sell to our families and friends back home, and then the profits would contribute to gender projects in Namibia. Additionally, this year we also had to solicit banks and private businesses throughout Namibia to sort of fill the gap we had at the end to make the camp possible. Camp GLOW relies heavily on the support from our friends and family back in the States. it wouldn't be possible without their financial support. Each year, we send letters, and families sponsor a child or buy bracelets or contribute just blindly an amount of money that they feel compelled to in order to make this camp possible.